Hey, what's up guys? Nathan746 here, coming at you with another quick deck profile update. This time I'm doing Battling Boxers or Burning Knucklers, which is what I wish they would be called over that new name they have, but whatever. Okay, 2 Blasters, just because you can use his pop effect and special summon him as well if you're in a tight spot. He's really nice, and I like him. 3 Glass Jaws, just because Glass Jaws is a key card in this deck. It helps you get back anything you have in your graveyard that you can use later on to make anything in your extra deck and whatnot, or save yourself, etc, etc. 3 Switch Hitter, just because it's pretty much, if it works off, it's an immediate lead yoke, and it's really nice to play. Just because you can also use his effect, bring him back, crash these 2 into something on your opponent's field, then make lead yoke. It's really nice. 3 Goblinberg, just because this deck needed something else, and I didn't want to run Blue Mountain Butter Spy because I tried Butter Spies before, didn't really like them too much, but so Goblinberg was the way to go, and it's a really good card. I like it a lot. Helps you out in tight situations. It helps make a bunch of this extra deck. But alright, 3 Spar, just because people don't realize that in main phase 2, and during the turn it says you cannot conduct your battle phase for the rest of this turn. It says for the rest. So you can conduct your battle phase, then main phase 2 you can special summon him and make another XYZ after you've attacked. So he still works. Alright, moving on. 2 Headgeared. I ran 3, but 2's good just because 3 is just too much of a clog. Because by the time you get through 2, you really don't need any more. 2 Counter Punch. I used to run 3 Counter Punch as well, but like I said, once you've used 2, you really don't need the 3rd. And again, 2 Maxi, just because Maxis, you need good draw power in this deck so you can keep up. And alright, moving on to the spells. 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Rhoda there. Definitely, because like everything here's a warrior, but Maxi and Blaster. Alright, 2 Battlin Boxing Spirit, because you send a top card of your deck to your grave, then target 1 Battlin Boxer in your graveyard, and you special summon it in face-up defense mode. You can only play 1 of them per turn, which is why I don't run 3. But you can like play 1, then spam him out, or summon him and summon another one, and then make a like number 104 Masquerade. It's really good. 1 rank up magic Barion's Force, just so you can make number C105 Battlin Boxer Comet Cestus. I think that's how you say that. I could be very wrong. But yeah, just 1. I don't go into them too often though, so just 1. Alright, 1 Dark Hole, just because, again, to blow up the field. You know, it's just really easy to get rid of all your opponent's monsters. It just helps out a lot. 1 Foolish Burial, just because Foolish Burial helps this deck go off if you're in a stuck spot. Like, you can normal summon Headgeared, send Switch Hitter, or preferably if it's the first turn, for me, usually what I like to do is summon Headgeared, send Spar to the grave, then activate Foolish Burial and send Glassjaw to the grave. Use Glassjaw's effect and add Spar to my hand, special summon him, and overlay and make lead yoke, or whichever one of these I want. The ones that take 2 anyway, and just to get something on the field and help. Alright, 1 Warrior Returning Alive, just to add 1 of these back to my hand if I have no other way of doing so and I need one. Just, yeah, it's pretty much like a monster reincarnation without the discard effect. Alright, 3 Pot of Duality, just because this deck needs Pot of Duality to go fast enough with the other decks right now. I mean, it's not really a fast format, but it isn't a crap slow format, so you need at least a decent speed. 3 MST, just because MST is really good when it comes to blowing up stuff on your opponent's field, and it helps, and I always like to run 3 except for in certain situations where I don't need it. So yeah, that's 3 MST. 1 Book of Moon, just because Book of Moon is awesome in certain situations. It helps stop your opponent from making their big play. It can flip something face down to protect it, etc, etc. 1 Mirror Force and 1 Torrential. 1 Mirror Force just to stop an attack from destroying me, or to save yourself for another turn. 1 Torrential, just so, like, if you had lead yoke on the field, he can save himself with his effect, and then Torrential Tribute just blows everything up on their field, and they pretty much lose everything. 2 Phoenix Wing Blast and a Compulse. I put these together in the same time because Compulse is pretty much the same card, you just don't discard anything. But with Phoenix Wing Blast, Wing Wind Blast, excuse me. I just realized I've been saying that for so long now the wrong way. But you discard a card, and you can return their Draco Sack, you can do whatever. You can do the same thing as Compulse. Only bad thing though is I believe it misses timing with Glassjaw, so you can't use it with Glassjaw, but it's still pretty nice. And one Solemn Warning, just because I run Solemn Warning everywhere, just because it's always good to stop your opponent. Alright, moving on to extra deck. 1 number C105, Battlin Boxer, Cornet Cestus. 1 number 104 Masquerade, just because he can negate an activation of an effect during a player's battle phase and inflict 800 damage to your opponent. And once per turn you can send the top card of your opponent's deck to the grave. You can make them constantly mill, and you can negate some kind of effect they use during the battle phase. Number 39 Utopia. Just as a stall, is a stationary card. It's just like a staple for me in this kind of deck. Everyone knows what Utopia does. I don't really need to elaborate. 2 number 105 Battlin Boxer Star Cestus. I'd prefer to really just run one of these because I rarely go into it. But yeah, I run 2 just in case I want to make that in certain situations. But yeah, 2 of those. 1 Comics Hero King Arthur, just because if it would be destroyed by battle, you can just detach a material instead. And if you do, it goes up by 500 points, and you inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So really, it's a burn card in a way, but it saves itself. 3 Elite Yoke, because this is the beef boss of the deck. If it gets destroyed, or it's about to be destroyed, you just detach a material instead, then it gains 800 attack. So your opponent has to go through so many materials just to destroy one. So playing like 3 in a row would be really bad for your opponent's sake. Alright, 1 Blade Armor Ninja, just because I really like Blade Armor Ninja. The fact that you can detach one and he can attack twice, it's just too good. 1 Photon Papal Operative, because you can flip something they're trying to deflect themselves from being destroyed with. You can just like flip their monster in face up attack mode. That was a weird way of describing it, but you can flip it in face up attack. Then you can go off on them with all your other stuff and just attack with it, and they take a lot of damage. 1 Heroic Champion Excalibur, just because Excalibur is awesome. He can go to 4,000 attack, and you just run over anything anyone plays these days. 1 Maestroke, just for stall and just to flip things that you want to get rid of that are really bad. You flip them in defense, then run over them. 1 Lavavel Chain, just in case I have problems starting stuff off and I need to get things going. Like, say I need something from my grave, I can just use this effect and send Glassjaw and get like a switch hitter from the graveyard and immediately have a new play. And 1 Gaga Cowboy, just because I love Gaga Cowboy. He's a great card to run. So yeah, this is my Battlin Boxer deck. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what your input is on it. Let me know what you think would be better, or what you think would be worse, or what you're glad I run, what you think I should run. Like, I don't know, maybe Effect Veiler wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know, just give me an idea of what you think I should run. Let me know. Until next time, this is Nathan746. Later, guys.